Hey, what's happening, DC Reviewers? I'm the Guy01, and welcome to this week's LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga walkthrough. Yes, we do one of these every week. We walk through the entire game every week. I meant to say welcome to this week's episode of our LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga walkthrough. That's proper English. In this episode, we will be completing Episode 4, A New Hope, by blowing up the Death Star. That's a great way to end a movie. Really is. This is a level that I haven't played too much of, actually, so this might take a bit. I honestly haven't played really all the levels on this game that much. I'd probably actually say that Episode 5 I've played the least amount of times, like the levels for Episode 5 I've played the least amount of times through. I think the only really times I ever played the levels for Episode 5 is when I'm doing the story. And then I go back through and, free play mode and get all the mini kits and all that. But I don't do it that often. Like for Episode 1, I probably go through the first 2 levels. I've played those like all the time, especially the first one. The first level for Episode 1. And then with Episode 3, I definitely played through the first 2 levels of that all the time, and the General Grievous level. And then Episode 4, I really only ever played through the first level of Episode 4. Like, I played through that one a lot, because that's like the classic level. And then in Episode 6, again, I played through like the first 2 a bunch, but then after that, I didn't go back and play the other levels too often. So yeah, a lot of these levels I'm not really actually that familiar with. Pretty much just like the first 1 or 2 levels for each film are the ones I'm most familiar with. Alright, here we go. Why is he angry? he's like, oh no, the Death Star is blown up. Dang it. Hey, what are you looking at? Alright, here we go. You ready, Luke? Let's go, R2. I do love that they recreated like the whole kind of scene. Alright, here we go. Coming through. Everybody die. This is one of those levels. I will say that these flying levels don't really require the most amount of skill. You really can just kind of hold down the fire button the whole time and you'll be fine. Hey, get away from me. Oh no. Well, Luke's dead. That boy was our last hope. And now he's dead. Speaking of LEGO Star Wars, what do you guys think of like the new game, the Skywalker Saga? Because now a new trailer came out for it that kind of showed off a lot more of the game, including gameplay, and you know, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about it. I don't know. I am kind of excited for it. I will admit I'm not the biggest Lego game fan, or even Star Wars game fan. Really, the only Star Wars games I've ever played are this one, Lego Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars, and you know, like Battlefront, like the original Battlefront 2, the 2015 Battlefront, and then the, what was it, 2017 or 2018 Battlefront 2. Those are really the only Star Wars games I've really ever played. And Lego games, I've only ever played is the Lego Batman games. I've played all 3. I haven't completed the 3rd one yet. But that's more because it was a Batman game, not so much because it was Lego. Like, I haven't played any of the Lego Indiana Jones games, the Lego Harry Potter games. So I'm not like a die-hard, you know, Lego game fan. Now, with that said, I will say one of my favorite games to play is, well, some of my favorite games to play is Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, the first Lego Batman, and Lego Batman 2. Those are some of my favorite Lego just video games to play in general. I mean, this game is just so fun to play. I mean, even if you're a Star Wars like fan or not, it is just really fun to play. But anyway, with the new game, there was something about this game that a lot of people kind of feel like it can't be duplicated. Just that it was so creative, so original, and you know, a lot of people see this as like the best Lego game or one of the best Star Wars games in general. Which I can agree with. Is definitely up there, even for me, who's not a huge, you know, like I said, die-hard fan of Lego games. Just going bombs away, aren't we? Yeah, in terms of the new trailer, when I saw like one of the parts of like the first trailer that came out for it, I was kind of iffy on it. Mainly because I felt like they were trying to do too much with it. Well, the reason I think this game was as good as it was, or as fun as it was because they did kind of keep it more simple. And you know, they had the little puzzles. You know, each character had like their own unique abilities. Not a ton of abilities, but you know, like the astromech droids have like all their little things that only they can do. And then Sith are the only ones who can, you know, do stuff with the Red Force and that kind of thing. You got the grapple hooks, that kind of thing. And with this game, it almost looks like they're kind of doing too much. No, I don't want to say that now. Say that they have too much game mechanics, because that's kind of like a weird, I guess, complaint to have. But another thing that kind of, I don't want to say is a complaint, but the tone of the game. Uh-oh. Mid-level cutscene. Nope. Alright, you two, come with me. Yeah, because they seem the most capable guys there, right? Now this is pottery, see? Alright, here we go. Just bob and weave. Dual barrel. Oh, here we go. That was easy. I have you now. What? Yeah, Han. Thanks, buddy. Ah! You guys probably couldn't hear that, but they actually included like the sound of like Harrison Ford doing the cheer, like the wow. Which, funny enough, that actually kind of goes into the point that I was gonna say, where kind of the one kind of problem I have with the new game is that with the original. All right, here we go. Let's get out of here. I have you in my sights. Ah! Oh. Ah. It's nice being the hero. Ow! Ugh. Like rolling around in the dryer. You alright, Darth? He'll be fine. Yay, we did it. So yeah, like the one thing I'd say I kind of, again, not a complaint with the new game, but with this game, they told the story. Like they didn't, like certain like there were jokes along the way. Like even in that last cutscene you see like the stormtrooper flying into space, or you see Darth Vader like bouncing around in his ship. Those little jokes in there, they work, they fit in. But at the same time, they were faithful to the characters. Like a good example is Darth Maul in this game. In all the cutscenes, he stays in character. He doesn't like joke around. He doesn't do anything out of character. He's, you know, the menacing, kind of intimidating villain. With this new game, even in the trailer, they show the fight scene where he's fighting Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, and he does like the whole and like yawning, and which is totally out of character for him. So I feel like they might be trying too hard to force in the comedy, and not saying super truthful to the characters. You know, putting jokes in where, you know, kind of cheats on the character kind of thing, and it's not just like little sight gags or just little kind of funny moments in the background. But you know, we'll see. I still think it's going to be a good game. Play well. The mechanics will be fun. My main problem is just I think it might be a little too complicated, which isn't bad. But this game was, part of the reason it's fun was because it was pretty simple. Yes, there were puzzles and kind of things that you had to figure out, mechanics that you had to figure out, but it was still simple. Just get from one point of the map to the other. This one, from what the trailer has shown, there's different ways to beat the level. Like there's different like routes you can take. So it's almost open-ended, kind of a bit more open-ended on how you can even beat it. Like different strategies you can do. So you can beat the level one way and like miss half the level. Which, you know, again adds to replay value, but also I feel makes it a little too complex and just takes away from just the casual fun charm of this one. That's just my opinion though. Hey, there's a spy there. There's an imposter among us, boys. R2, you made it. Hey. Get your butt out of here. See, like that. That's what I kind of mean with like the little comedy bit. With, you know, the spy, you know, trying to sneak around during that little ceremony. But, you know, it doesn't like change anything with the story. It's just a little joke that got put in there. And, you know, the whole thing with Luke and Han being like super excited and not just doing the slow walk like they did in the movie, being like, yeah, we did it. But it still worked because it was like those little things. Alright, I didn't have ranting. Alright, we're done with episode 4. So that means there's only 10 episodes left of this series. And then we'll be done with the game. Yeah. Kind of weird to think about that, right? I feel like we just started this game, but I guess we did start it a year ago. It's taken 2 years just to get to 2 years to finish this game. But we did also take like a 8 or 9 month break to do Arkham City, which I do plan to go back to. Maybe when we do Batman Day comes up, we'll go back to that because I do have enough Riddler trophies and enough of like his Riddler challenges done where I can go through the rest of the Riddler mission in one go. So maybe when Batman Day comes up, and if it lands right on Batman Day, that'd be perfect. But we'll see. Alright. Well, that's it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make videos all the time. Stay tuned for next week where we will begin episode 5, which is the attack on the Hoth base. Now this one I remember, this took me a while. This one I actually had to look up a video on how to beat it. Yeah, the Hoth battle. That one I actually had to look up a video on how to beat it because I just got stuck. So that might be a problem. I might need a refresher on that one before next week, if I even have enough time. I've been so busy this last week. I have not played a video game since I filmed last week's videos. Like, not a single second of a video game. I've been so busy. And this next week's not going to be any better, so yeah, I'm probably not going to get another chance to play a video game until I film next week. Great. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Guy01, signing out. Bye, guys.